Hello and welcome to a KMART haul that's just too big for one video. Part one of this video is all to do with home decor. I feel like as we enter into spring here in Australia, we all want to refresh our home in little steps and move out of the winter cocoon that we've been living in and get ready for the beautiful spring and summer days that are just around the corner. I'm starting with the entrance to my back door, which is a sliding door that opens up to a main living area. And I currently have just a white woven mat that my cats like to lie on and in the morning just ruffle it up and go crazy playing on it. But after they finish playing with it, it's just so messy and I just cannot stop myself from going over there and laying it out neatly. So when I went to KMART, I was looking for a specific mat that would enable us to be able to wipe our feet there but not be so flexible and flimsy that the cats would be able to sort of ruffle it up and move it around and just wrinkle it all the time. So I was looking for something a little bit more substantial, but still neutral so it wouldn't clash with the rest of my decor in the house. And the Queen rug from KMART just fits the bill to perfection. It is 50 by 80 centimeters wide, and I'll actually insert a picture rather than pop it over my head. And I find that the neutral tones of this rug work perfectly with my decor. It weighs 1.6 kilograms, so it makes it a little bit more substantial in weight than the current mat that I have there. And so I think it will work in stopping my cats from just ruffling it up and flicking it around the room. Now, I'm not too sure about these tassels. They don't quite go with my decor, so I'm hoping to be able to just flick them open. They look like they're just knotted in. So if I can remove them, I will. And I will show you what it looks like without the tassels. But otherwise, it's quite pretty. My concern is that the cats will play with it and they'll get wrinkled and also they'll get dirty with mopping. I suppose I could always lift it when I'm mopping off the ground. But every morning I use the Swifter on my wooden floors to pick up all the dog fur and the cat fur that's just sitting there when the sun hits the floor at the perfect angle every morning. It just looks like a shedding zone for all my cats and dogs' fur. So I use a Swifter, and I think that if I use the Swifter around here, eventually all these tassels would attract all the fur and the dirt that gets swept around and start looking grubby. And I'm not sure that I'll be able to put this in the washing machine easily. Correct, yes. It says to vacuum and air regularly, do not wash, spot clean, absorb wet spills with a cloth, do not dry clean, and it's for indoor use only. But I think it will work as a replacement mat for what I currently have there. And the Queen rug is only $12. Next on the list of things that I wanted to upgrade for this spring are the pots that I keep all my indoor plants in. If you recall, early in the year, I made a couple of videos about introducing live plants in my house. And so if you're interested in those videos, in case you've missed them, I'll link them down below and maybe up here so you can go and have a look at them later on after you finish watching this video. And I introduced these live plants in my decor and I wanted to have some very plain pots to put these in because I didn't want the pots to detract from the look of the plants. And so I bought all the Anders KMART pots, and they come in two sizes, quite large like this and then a little bit smaller. And over the last 5 months that I've kept looking at these pots, I've now gotten used to them. I find them a little bit too clinical. So when I went to KMART, I wanted to have a look at what other pots they might have that are still white to go with my aesthetics, but they might introduce a little bit more of a structure, of a texture to the pots just to give it a little more oomph. And this gorgeous bubble pot for $13 is just too precious and so on trend with all the similar candles and containers that are popping up everywhere with this same bubble look. It's not a very big pot. It's only 14.5 centimeters by 14.5 centimeters. It does have a little drainage hole in the center. It doesn't come with a plug though, so you would have to pop a plate underneath it just so that any water that drips out doesn't drip on your floors. I think this pot would be really adorable to use for some of my succulents that I purchased at IKEA. Again, I'll attach that video down below in case you want to see them. All those succulents I bought as tiny little plants like this. I think they might have been somewhere between $2.50 and $3.50 each, but they're now grown to quite a substantial size that I think would look adorable in this little pot. The next pot that I purchased, the reactive pot in white, and this is a gorgeous glossy white pot. And this pot is slightly bigger than the previous bubble pot. It is 16 centimeters by 16 centimeters and is only $9. And this has a drainage hole in the middle, but it also comes with a plug. So if you wanted to plug it and not put a plate underneath, you could do so. Just be careful that you don't overwater your plants and then the roots get bogged. And this is a gorgeous pot. It's more on a gray white rather than a creamy white, but I think it's absolutely beautiful. It also gives off a little bit of a pearly vibe. I next popped into the candle section, and you know, I can't go into Kmart without popping into the candle section and just seeing what's new there. I burn candles throughout my home in the evening, especially when we're all settling in for the night. I like the feel and the look of the candles burning and the scent that they waft through the air. And so because I like burning them pretty much nightly in winter, I do need to replace these fairly frequently. And Kmart has such a vast variety at a very affordable price that you really can't go wrong. They currently have these out of the office candles that come beautifully packaged in a box that's so easy to wrap if you wanted to give them away as Christmas presents, getting in there early. This candle is only $9 and it comes in this yellow toned container, and it's supposed to smell like turning your out of office on and notification off at the end of the week or just before you go on holidays. And if you want to know exactly what it smells like, then the top notes are sage, petitgrain, and lemon. And petitgrain is a woodsy orange smell. The mid notes are green, floral, and lemon. And the base notes are woodsy, powdery, and mossy. Personally, I find that this candle is quite subtle in scent and would suit you if you don't like strong scented candles. The next candle is a rose quartz candle in white. This is the spiced rose and honey. I couldn't find it on the website. They've got a replacement, which I'll link down below, but it is a single wick candle, but it's got these gorgeous rose quartz inside that as the candle melts, they'll sink further and further into the wax. And the lovely thing about this is that once the candle is completely burnt, these quartz remain. And if you believe in quartz and the benefits of quartz, then a rose quartz are supposed to have some healing properties believed by many to encourage the quality of love. You can definitely smell the rose and a little bit of the honey. So if you like the smell of rose, look out for this. I'm sure it'll come back on the website, but keep an eye out for it in store because it is divine. And then this pretty 3-pack of candles. It's a Spice Safari set and it was $13. The first candle is the Geo Fragrant candle. Has a geometric feel to the outside of the glass. As you can see, it's not very large. It sits in the palm of my hand. It has a delicious hazelnut and tonka fragrance. I had to look up what tonka smells like, and apparently it smells like a sweet, fragrant scent reminiscent of vanilla and almonds. This one has top notes of hazelnut, caramel, and butter, and mid notes of coconut, vanilla, and jasmine, and base notes of tonka and sandalwood. Overall, I can smell a mixture of the caramel, the vanilla, and the jasmine, but those are the notes that I can smell. Of course, everyone's nose is different, and you'll probably be able to smell something completely different but this is lovely. It's a very fresh but outdoorsy candle that would burn beautifully in a living room. By the way, I'm interested, if you're like me and you love burning candles, what do you do with all the canisters at the end when you finish burning them? I've started using them as potted plants and giving those pots away. I propagate succulents, and so I would fill this jar with soil and then put a little succulent in there and just give it away to friends and families. But I'm running out of friends and families to give them to because I'm only growing. I only have one type of succulent. I'm hoping that with the succulents that I purchased from IKEA, that those are also going to be easy to propagate, and then I can start growing those and giving those as alternatives to family and friends. So what do you do with them at the end once you finish burning them? I mean, yes, I could put cotton buds in them, but I burn so many candles that at the end, I have so many of these glass containers that I've run out of ideas. So please help me out here and give me some ideas on what you do with them so I can incorporate that into my life too. So anyway, so this is a second candle, and this is the hobnail fragrant candle with top notes of pepper, amber, and eucalyptus. It does have that very fresh eucalyptus smell and the amber smell, a little bit peppery, so yes, I agree with that. The middle notes are geranium and the base notes are sandalwood, cedarwood, and amber. This is beautiful, and I can see this burning in a study or even a bathroom. I feel like this has more of a masculine, deep smell than the previous candle. And of course, it comes in this pretty on-trend bubble pattern that's just everywhere at the moment. The last candle is the Linear Fragrant candle with sandalwood and spice. The top notes here are cafe and gourmand. Now, I didn't know what gourmand was, so I had to look it up. And gourmand is a smell that's almost edible. So think about things like vanilla, caramel, cotton candy, chocolate, almonds, coffee, and honey. And you get the gist. The top notes of this candle are cafe and gourmand. The middle notes are spice, and the base notes are sandalwood and patchouli. This is a lovely, softly scented candle that would be ideal in any room in your house. While I was in the candle section at Kmart, I saw that they had also 100% pure essential oils, and I grabbed this one in orange strong, and I've lately started using essential oils in cleaning around my house, starting in the kitchen. Obviously, you can use them as essential oils in your burner in place of candles, but I use them in the kitchen because I'm finding that especially orange leaves behind a beautiful, lovely citrusy scent after I'm cleaning or wiping down bench tops, a little bit of it. There are so many uses for essential oils. It makes a wonderful all-purpose cleaner, an excellent degreaser to remove grease from kitchen bench tops, stove tops, range hoods or splashbacks. And this is also great as a polisher on furniture. Just add it to a carrier oil like linseed or olive oil and wipe over furniture with a polishing cloth and then buff it out. And it's also good as a natural weed killer. Add a few drops of this to vinegar and some dishwashing detergent and spray it over weeds to kill them. Of course, don't use these if you're pregnant, and always make sure to do a spot test first, just to make sure that your surface doesn't stain. In the home section, I picked up this coastal photo frame, and this is only $5 and it's 10 by 10 centimeters. And what I liked about this, it's got that coastal feel. If you see, it's got little slats, lines that go across. I'm hoping it comes through. Otherwise, I'll insert a picture from the website for you to see. As I said, this was only $5. And what I plan on doing with this is actually not use it as a photo frame because it's just too small for the photos that I have. So what I'm planning on doing is inserting some stones in the middle in here and then putting a candle inside it and use this as a centerpiece on my dining table just to create that spring summer feel in the house for the next few months coming up. Another area that I want to just freshen up and spruce up for spring summer is in the laundry, and something simple like clothes pegs. You know, if you've got the plastic ones and you leave them outdoors, they become brittle and crack. If you have the timber ones, over time they get mushy and the timber decomposes. Well, KMART has these stainless steel clothes pegs, a set of 12 for $5.50. And what's great about these is that they're stainless steel, so they're not going to rust if you leave them out in the weather. If you don't have strong hands, they can be a little bit slippery and difficult to manage. However, in the kitchen section, there are so many beautiful things to see. However, what caught my eye are these gorgeous palm edge tumblers. They come in both clear glass and also pink. I bought them in the clear glass, and a pack of 6 is only $14. These glasses give me such a sunny summer days vibe. I can't wait to use them for juice or water or even for cocktails. Can you just picture them with a cherry there and a little umbrella stuck in the cherry with a favorite cocktail or just a cold summer drink? They also come in highball glasses, and if you like this pattern, KMART also carry them in acrylic wine glasses, perfect for around the pool in the summertime. This pretty badge bottle is only $3 and is perfect to serve milk or juice or water or anything else you like. It's a 1 liter bottle and it has an embossed edge design here. I'll insert a picture up here so you can see a little bit more clearly. But I also think that this would be perfect as a vase. Can you not just imagine just some home-cut foliage or bushes from your garden, just inserted in the bottle sitting on a table? I think it will be just precious. In the book section, I picked up this latest to me copy of the James Patterson Shattered book. I love James Patterson. I'm an avid reader of all his series, the Alex Cross, the Michael Bennett series, the Women's Murder Club, or basically anything. And if you're into mystery thriller books, then this is the author for you. They're an easy read, but intriguing and a great way to while away a sunny afternoon. And I hate getting to the last page. I haven't transitioned to ebooks yet. There's nothing that beats the feeling of paper and just turning the pages of a good book. And talking of paper, I bought another notepad. Now, you can't go wrong with KMART notepads, and every time I pop in there, I love grabbing one. I'm the type of person who loves to write down ideas for videos and just planning out thoughts for how I'm going to be producing a video and what I'm going to be saying. And the KMART lined notepads are just perfect for that. And I especially love the front because they all have beautiful designs. And this one here caught my attention because it says, don't overthink it, which is sometimes my biggest problem in getting started, overthinking the outcome. These books are so easy to write on and economical. They're only $3 each, and they come with a gazillion different designs on the front, and KMART always changing over the patterns just so you always have something new to play with. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you're new and you haven't subscribed, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the future upcoming part 2 of this video, which will be all about clothing and fashion related items. And while I was in the kitchen section, I just remembered I bought these expandable bamboo dividers. I've been looking out for these for quite a while. I previously purchased the plastic drawer dividers. I'll link the video down below of where I use them in case you're interested in those. And they were fine. except that they were a little bit flimsy. Every time I'd open the drawer, the cutlery or the utensils that I had in there would make it wiggle around and then move out of shape. Now, I thought that all drawers would be a standard size and that these would fit any drawer, but apparently not. These are only 43 centimeters long, but my drawers are 48 centimeters long, so I have to return them. I bought these because I wanted to try them out, and the bamboo doesn't actually fit my decor, but I also purchased the paint that KMART has, and what I was going to do was a DIY project of using a decor and furniture paint by KMART. This is the mineral finish in white, and I was going to use it to paint these so they wouldn't stand out too much in my drawers. I can't do that little project, so I'm going to have to return these, and I'll have to return the paint because I don't have any need for it. By the way, these drawer inserts, I believe were $10. I'll put the price down here if it's not $10 otherwise, and I can't remember what the paint was, but I'll insert the price down here. One last thing that I bought while I was in the stationery section was these a set of 3 mesh pencil cases, and why I purchased these is because I tend to misplace my receipts, and then when I need to do a return or an exchange for something that's just not suitable, I can never find the receipt, and I always feel like I'm walking in and going to the exchange counter, them thinking that perhaps I've stolen the items, which isn't the case, but it's just that thought that you have when you don't have a receipt, right? In order not to get caught out like that, I'm going to put all my receipts in this little one here, the middle-sized one, and that way whenever I have to look for a receipt, I'll just go back and have a look at it in here. The other 2 I'm sure I'll use for something else, but I think this one like $3, so very economical and very lightweight, so I'm not going to take up a lot of room in my bag if I should put them in my bag or just leave them on my desk. And then finally, of course, I have to walk through the beauty section, and what caught my eye is the Hair Wave Styler by KMART. This is only $35 and is a dupe, I think, for so many others, but my daughters have the mermaid hair one, which is really good, but I thought I'd give this one a go from KMART and just see how it compares. So look out for an upcoming video about me trying this and giving you my opinion on it. It has a heat setting of up to 200 degrees Celsius, plus or minus 15 degrees. So I'm thinking it should be fine with my color treated hair. Next, I saw these new to me bamboo blender cleansing cloths, and this pack of 2 was $4, so $2 each. I find these so soft. And at the moment, I remove my makeup with an oil makeup remover. And so I wet these and then use it to wipe off the oil off my face. As you recall from previous videos, Get Ready With Me, I'll attach the playlist down below in case you want to go and have a look at them. What I use is when I use oil on my face, I used to use a face washer to wipe it off, which is great because it creates it gives your skin a little bit of exfoliation, which is great after you're removing makeup. But sometimes it's a little bit too much, and I wanted to give these a go because they just felt softer. And let me tell you, these are so soft and they work just as well at removing the oil from my face. And also, I don't like to splash water on my face at the vanity because then it splashes everywhere and it makes a mess, and I just don't like that. So by having these handy sitting over my faucet, I wet it and then wipe it on my face. It removes beautifully all the oils and all the makeup of my face, and then I can just rinse it out, drape it over the faucet, and it'll be dry by the morning when I'll use it again to just wipe the sleep off my face. And so following with the success of the bamboo blend cleansing cloths, I saw these makeup remover mitts from KMART, and they come in a box of 3. I can't recall what the price is, so I'll insert it down here when I'm editing. And they're basically little mitts that you can use the same way as the cleansing cloths to remove makeup from your face. And I thought that this would be perfect in the shower, attached on a little hook or just hanging over the handle in the shower. So it makes it easier every time I'm in the shower to use it to remove my makeup. The next part of my mega KMART haul will be dedicated to all the clothes that I've just bought, because when I was doing my recent massive wardrobe declutter, again, I'll attach it down below in case you'd like to see that and you've missed it, I found that there were some gaps in my wardrobe, pieces of clothing that I just didn't have. And so I popped into KMART to buy these, and I'll include that in my upcoming video next Saturday, so look out for that. I hope you're having a fabulous day or night wherever you are. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And if you're interested in more KMART hauls, then I highly recommend you check out the previous KMART video here that I recently posted. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.